I love my little Chinese robot friend. Uncle Bot. Look at him, man. He yearns to get out there on the court. He just wants to go play, man. Uncle Bot update. He's now touring the country. Look at him go. All right, Uncle Bot. He's blowing kisses. Oh, he's taking a nap. Get up, Uncle Bot. What are you doing, man? Look at Uncle Bot go. Something about this makes me want to cry. Uncle Bot would give you 25? No. Look how slow he is. I'd blow right past him first step. Would blow right past him. Told y'all Luca ass. All right. I know. He's so innocent, man. This is like watching a toddler, you know, like they still have that light in their eyes. Like they're just exploring the world for the first time, seeing things for the first time, experiencing things for the first time. It's just this light in their eyes, hopefulness and exploration. But you just know deep down that light's going to leave soon. That's what it's like with this robot. We know in 20 years, like, we're going to be bunkered down in an abandoned apartment building on the 14th floor. And we've mapped it out every night from 9:30 p.m. to 11:45 p.m. They do sweeps outside the city. The robots do. So we have to hide in a dark corner of the apartment. We can't make a noise. We can't leave. Can't even sneeze. Or else they'll find us. We'll look back on videos like this and wonder, when did that light leave this little robot's eyes? Uncle Bot gonna save mad lives though until they take over the world. We gotta protect Uncle Bot at all costs. Absolutely. Look at him, man. I'd hang out with him right now. Swear to God. I'd invite him over and we'd chill. Me and Uncle Bot. He seems like a chill ass dude, man. I mean, we could all hang out with a guy like that. Some of you guys need to apply yourselves. Lando. Really? Lando Calrissian? How about Lambeau? I like this song. Fuck. I'm just gonna do it anyways. I'm a little bit lost. Fuck. Alua. Ula. Blue. Fluid. No. Fluad. Blua. Bluda. Blooda. Fluna. Flina. God, what is it? What is it? I mean, what is this fucking word? Focal. Focal. Tonal. Dunal. Munal. Minal. Final. Oh my God. Fuck is this word? The hell is this word? Something. It could be LAL. Halal? No. Could be MAL. Gumal. What is it? Okay. All right. Tough. Yeah, a bit of a tough one there. Mark Stein cooking Gambo. Is he really? Well done, guys. There's another Uncle Bot update. He's making moves and signing deals you wouldn't believe. Don't let it get to your head, Uncle Bot. You got to stay grounded, man. Yeah. I mean, he's looking good. All right. You look good. He's got the campaign wave down. We could definitely win a presidency. All right. Yeah. In the boardroom, just completed the deal, clearly. He's taking these guys out to lunch. I mean, you could just tell. Look at his posture here. This guy's hunched over. He's clearly terrified. Look at him. And look at Uncle Bot. Hands on the table, leaning back. I mean, he doesn't give a fuck. He's in the middle of this. And he's just like, I need 5 or 6 points on this accusation. And they're scrambling. These three are scrambling because they know he's in complete control of the situation. And what's better is he knows he's in complete control of the situation. Look at him. Why did he get the Band-Aid? The hell happened there? Aura. Absolutely. All right, speaking of aura. Cape Cod, been there. Beautiful this time of year. Wu-Tang. Now we got drum and bass. Wu-Tang, okay. Wu-Tang Clan, Snoop Dogg, Tupac. Right? Let's get that one out the way. Whoa. They just fucking... Wow. They got us there. I'm not gonna lie to you. Okay. Pry, Nose Around, Snoop. Poke. Yeah. Metal, Hard Feelings. Hey, no hard feelings. Hey, don't sweat it. Hey, no biggie. No hard feelings. Hey, don't sweat it. No biggie. No worries. Power. All right. All right. Camisole. Wu-Tang Clan. Is there maybe a clan thing? Mario World. I'm thinking, is there like a 90s slant here? Tupac, drum and bass, Mario World, Wu-Tang? I'm just going to let it fly. No. Okay. I don't know when Mario World came out. 90s sounds right to me. Mario World is the Nintendo 64 one, isn't it? Okay. Cape Cod. I mean, there's definitely something fucking weird here. There's definitely something weird here with the naming and the wording. Like, I can't imagine a world where Pac and Wu-Tang are not together. I'm trying to figure out where Camisole comes into the equation. Soul. Camisole? I don't know where Camisole comes into the equation at all here. I mean, this is going to be some stupid ass wordplay thing. Glue. Lou Reed. COD. Call of Duty. Damn, I actually have no clue. None of this makes sense to me at all. I'm trying to think like maybe packed, power, super glue, super power, super pack, Super Mario World. That actually, yeah, nice. Drum and bass, Camisole, Cape Cod, and Wu-Tang. Clan? Drum and bass clan, Camisole clan. Super pack, yeah. Fish, Cod, bass, Wu-Tang, Camisole. Ending with fish. Are you out of your fucking mental state? Are you out of your cranium? I actually would never in a million years have guessed that. I mean, cod and bass makes sense. Bass, I guess I should say. Makes sense. Soul? I don't know. I honestly don't know a fish named Soul. Tang? I don't know a fish named Tang either. Sorry, I was in a scholarship meeting. Well, I hope it's going well. I think I maybe could have got there with Super at some point. I say that. I'm not sure. I think I could have got there. I could have got there with Super, I think. Super Mario World, Super Pack, Super Power, Super Glue. Dory Zatang. All right. The rap date was good. Yeah, I bet everyone did that. What was it? Snoop, Biggie, Wu-Tang, and Pac. You gotta watch Pablo Torres finds out about Malik Beasley. It's insane. I've heard nothing but good things about his podcast. Can I be honest with you guys about something? I'm not a podcast listener at all. Outside of like 3 or 4. Felix Baumgartner died? Oh, that sucks. The dude who jumped from space? I stopped listening to pods after they all went political. What do you listen to? I don't even know why I just said that lie. I listen to podcasts. I'm not sure why the fuck I just said that. I absolutely listen to podcasts. Genuinely have no clue why I said that. Just feel like lying today, I guess. Phoenix Suns are our latest team to show interest in Jonathan Kuminga. Our guy Gambo said, I won't say no. Suns have liked Kuminga for a while. I don't think it's likely, so chances more in low range, but won't rule it out. Mark Stein replies, so grateful for the seal of approval. Now perhaps you can amend yesterday's statement about the advance payment having nothing to do with the holdup, since the Suns literally cut Beal a check on July 15th and the buyout was announced July 16th. I love reporter beef. I love a reporter beef. Stein can get a little, you know. Stein can get a little feisty. I've seen it. I guess my podcast listening varies greatly depending on my mood. There are stretches where I will only listen to basketball, NBA related podcasts. And then there are stretches like currently where I can't tell you the last time I listened to an NBA podcast. I haven't watched any summer league. I feel like I'm burnt a little tiny bit. Not that. I've realized something like this summer league having a number 1 overall pick has really made me realize, like, I think it's just NBA Twitter and stuff. It's just like, man, watching these is like not fun. I listen to every Bill Simmons podcast. Yes. All right, let's start here. Can we all agree Gambo's a pretender? Honestly, he's usually pretty right about the Sun stuff at the very least. Aside from dumb nicknames, most of the Yang Hansen experience has been awesome. I just feel as though it's like when I'm watching Flag and I'm like, all right, you have to remind yourself Summer League, what it's really for. It's for these G League guys. That's what it's for. That's what the whole event is for. The event is for these two-way guys to prove they belong in the NBA. It's for scouts to find their guys that they want to fill in their last two-way spots, or maybe a 15th man guaranteed deal. And also another thing that goes, not talked about in Summer League is the fact that there's international scouts there who are there for international teams that are looking for guys who are not going to make the NBA and are going to come overseas. That's what it's about. And truthfully, it's just like, all right, I like the first few days when the high profile guys are playing. Did you watch the Jimmy High roller video on Flag? I did. Yes. I did watch it. I did watch it. Yeah. What were your thoughts on Summer League on Nimhard? Nimhard was a difficult one for me because I don't know. I mean, a guy his size, right? Like, yeah, he'll be able to do some of this stuff against Summer League, G League guys, but nothing. I thought I knew he was going to be good in Summer League. I knew Ryan Nimhard was going to be somebody who was good in Summer League. Absolutely. We'll see how it translates to the NBA. I'm not taking a single thing away. Most impressive Summer League player. I haven't kept up with it at all. I'm just being honest with you guys. I couldn't even begin to tell you. I have not kept up with it. It's kind of weird because once Flag was out, I was like, all right, I'm done. Carter Bryant, most underrated player this draft. I will say I watched, I think, 3 Spurs Summer League games. He looks far away offensively. Far away. Defensively, he looks great. Absolutely. I don't know how much he's going to play this year. Like, if Carter Bryant spent most of the year in the G League, would I be that surprised? No. Especially if they're just like, we know he's good defensively. If we can like give him a year in the G League to see if he can turn into something offensively, that'd be really nice. We're all watching the MLB All-Star Weekend and the awesome home run derby. That's why no one kept up with Summer League. I didn't watch any of the MLB stuff, but I heard it was good though. And it did really good ratings-wise. So good for the MLB. I'm in a sports lull. Can't wait for football. Yeah, that's where I'm at. You know, just going to take a little tiny sports hiatus until Eurobasket. I mean, I'll lock in on Eurobasket. I love Eurobasket. Siley's ready for football? No, I'm not. Don't confuse me wanting that time of the year to get here, fall, winter, with me being like super pumped for football. Baseball stinky. Mid-August or so, baseball. I like the trade deadline time. I'm a sucker for any transaction period, really. In September, you should live stream Canelo versus Crawford. I don't know anywhere near enough about boxing to even have that be somewhat entertaining. Slightly winter pilled. I would say more fall pilled, or at least like that November stretch where it's like not cold outside, but it feels good. It's like 50, 60 degrees. Just drink a Modelo and you'll understand. All right, so I'm not clickbaiting. This will be my last stream for a tiny bit. I don't know how long. I'd say a week, right? Nothing too crazy, but I want to lock in and really finish this timeline video. I have fully locked in on it. I've talked about it quite a bit. Last stream ever. Don't say that. Knock on wood. I've talked about it quite a bit, but I haven't really locked in on it, like super locked in, but I have locked in on it the last couple of days. And so I'm not streaming again until it's finished. How about that? So that's what we're doing. But I'll see if there's a like a big trade or something, I'll go live. Looking forward to another banger video. Yeah, me too. And I'll tell you what, this time, premiere when done. Oh yeah, I'll premiere it. I'll schedule it a whole day in advance. This time, I'll tell you this much. I'll be monetizing it. Last time I was just like, you know what? YouTube said there's a few clips you need to remove to monetize this video. Fuck it. This is my artistic vision of this video. So I'm posting it. No more for the love of the game. No. I mean, that was an hour and 47-minute video that got like 200,000 views. I mean, that would have made a lot of money, probably. that would have made, I mean, not like a stupid amount, but like a good solid chunk. But I didn't do it. I wasn't going to compromise. Few hundred? No, I think honestly more than that. The long videos are just different in how they're monetized versus the shorter ones. And then I think I figured it out. Video content on this channel is just going to be different now. It's just going to be different. I think I want to commit more towards long form stuff on this channel. And I like doing as long as you don't start privating lives. I would never do that. I don't well, I mean I do private, not private, but I put membership only on like the game live streams only because after they're done, the VODs, only because I don't want those just cluster fucking the channel. No. That doesn't mean less anything, really. I just want to do, no, I'll do ramble videos on the Clips channel. Absolutely. I've already decided that. The Clips channel will get ramble videos. They might even get ramble videos when I take my streaming hiatus. I like the ramble videos. I like doing them. Those will just be centralized on the Clips channel. And I think I'll just move towards this channel being streams and long form videos. That's what I like. That's what I like is the long form. I like them. I have fun making them. Yeah, I'm gonna do my top 100 player list. I wanted to do one like at the end of the season and before, but we're at the point now. We're just like, what would be the point of that? So yeah, it'll be maybe a week. I'm hopeful to have it done by early next week. If I just really dig deep. And then, so I'm going to do the Mavs timeline one. And then my next long form video, I want it to be something non-Mavs related. Because I find that important. I'm kind of thinking the Suns. Like just diving deep into this Ishbia era. I love talking about the Suns. I think they're the most interesting team to talk about. Besides the Mavs. It's funny because like, I think the Mavs are the most interesting team in the league. Full stop. I think they've been that way for years. And I think I would feel that way even if I weren't a Mavs fan. I like the ramble videos with no context gaming clips. I'm also thinking about, I've really pushed back on the idea of starting a third channel. They kind of boring now. The Mavs, are the Suns. I'm really thinking about starting a slightly extra channel. That's what I would call it, slightly extra. No, Truman Show review will be at the end of the stream. The Mavs are still entertaining, I think. Hopefully they're reaching a point where they're not as entertaining. Just as like a point and laugh spectacle. Suns, yeah. Suns are... Lakers are always fun to talk about. The Sixers are like depressing. Honestly, somebody said it. The Sixers are depressing. So Sixers are a clusterfuck. Sixers are just kind of depressing. You know, like that Embiid article is just sad. Like it is. It's sad. You just feel sad for him. There's like a sad energy radiating over there. You know? I know, like it's fucked up. Feel bad for the guy. Talk shit about Gil's Arena. Never watched an episode of Gil's Arena and never will. All right. Still can't believe the Thunder won a title before my Suns. 2021, man. That was the year. Embiid wanted pity about how hard did not take talking to him anymore. He's a big baby. Trying to decide what I feel comfortable talking about enough about that article without making me sound like a complete and total asshole, because it's a sad article, and you do feel bad for him. Like the injury stuff, you have to feel bad for a guy like that, dude. Like being injured 24/7, just horrible. And then you factor in like the recovery time, and when you get injured, it's like, fuck, well, I'm out. I know I'm out for the next, 3 to 4 months, and I'm going to be rehabbing, and rehabbing sucks and all of this stuff. Like there's just an emotional toll that takes as well. A psychological toll. Revisionist history. Do the Suns have a title if they draft Luca number 1? It's impossible to tell. I don't know. Massive mental toll. I know. Like I'm serious. I'm serious because hey, you guys are gonna laugh at me and make fun of me. This broken ankle situation has totally changed how I feel about injuries now. Like my heart breaks anytime somebody gets injured, because it's like, and obviously these people have access to the best healthcare in the world. The world has the offer. These guys have access to it. So in that regard, I don't feel like that horrible for them. But just the mental toll of all of the injuries, and knowing like, oh, I just spent 3 months, and this is like especially true in Embiid's case, where it's like, dude, I just spent 3 fucking months recovering and doing all these like injections in my knee, and now I have another knee problem, Their body still just heals like ours would. Yeah, I mean, Embiid hasn't stopped blaming himself for leaving his. I mean, this shit is just, the brother stuff is just soul crushing, man. Talking about his brother passing away. Survival guilt there, like, Jesus. His relationship with the 76ers unraveled. Embiid believes something was wrong with his injury, but the team brushed it off as laziness. Several sources told me frustrated, he quit showing up to rehab and training and stopped communicating with the team. I started being an asshole, Embiid said. Whatever they asked me to do, I was like, I'm not doing it. 76ers, unsure what to do, responded by repeatedly fining him. Embiid tells me he stopped keeping track of how much he was fined that year. After the amount reached $300,000, it's worth it. Embiid remembers thinking, they're not listening to me. I'm not going to keep putting my body at risk. Jesus Christ almighty. Yeah, a lot of this article read like, I was like, it's kind of crazy he's still on this team. Like, Like, it's kind of nuts he's still on the team. Well, that was his rookie year, I think. I was sitting next to him in the locker room. His former teammate, Nicholas Batum, told me, I saw his knee before every game. After every game, Batum shook his head. I saw his knee. He said, again, I have no idea how he could even walk. Embiid doesn't know how he managed to keep playing. Hanlon would ask him after every game if he was going to keep going. I was like, no, there was no chance. This would have been, not this past year, but the year before. That series against the Knicks. When he was dealing with, 16 different ailments? I mean, that one was clear and obvious, where it was just like, dude, how the fuck's he out there? Now, with that being said, to go out and play in the Olympics a month after this or whatever, I think is super irresponsible on his part. Like, so I wouldn't say like he's a perfect victim or anything like that to like the Sixers being inept. He shouldn't have played in the Olympics. I mean, he just should not have. At some point, you gotta listen to your body. Worth it? Was it worth it? He played 20 games this year? I don't know. I don't know if he'd tell you it's worth it. After months of uncertainty, false starts, and recurrent swelling, Embiid couldn't take it anymore. In February, before loss to Milwaukee Bucks, Embiid told ESPN's Lisa Salters that he would need another surgery, which reportedly surprised the organization. Murray acknowledged that surprise in our meeting. If you don't want to listen to me, then I have to find something else to make sure that I'm going to be listened to, Embiid tells me. When I told Lisa that, I think it was a cry for help. It feels like everybody refuses to acknowledge what's actually going on. So this article does kind of read like Embiid's almost doing like a post-mortem on, honestly, of his career in a weird way, where it's just like, I might never be the same after this injury. Right? He does say in the end, like, it's all going to work out and stuff. But it does kind of feel like the Sixers were just like, dude, if he needs like another surgery or something, like, this is fucked. You know? I'm always appreciative that Embiid helped USA win the gold. Embiid, who says the only stain on his career is being ringless, spent the postseason a picture of thwarted desire, too pain to watch any games, too pain not to pour over the box scores. I wanted nothing to do with the playoffs, he said. Because of rehab, he hasn't stepped on a court. He resorted to texting his friend and Pacer star Tyrese Halliburton to offer encouragement during Indiana's run to the finals. It was Halliburton who coaxed Embiid back toward the game. He kind of got to me. He kept trying to convince me to watch. Embiid says he tuned in to see Halliburton close out the Knicks in the Eastern Conference Finals. He ignored the finals too until the lure of Game 7 proved irresistible. When Halliburton went down about 5 minutes left in the first quarter, his right Achilles torn. Embiid turned the game off in disgust. Unbelievable, he says. I kind of shed a tear. I think we look at Embiid a lot differently. If that Kawhi shot didn't bounce around and fall, I think Embiid, Simmons, Butler, Tobias win that chip. Yeah, maybe. Maybe. What was the conference finals that year? I'm blanking on it. Was it Raptors and it wasn't the Hawks. Bucks. I was about to say it wasn't the Bucks, was it? But it was the Bucks. Maybe. I mean, Joel Embiid says he doesn't appreciate when people claim he cares too much about individual awards. If you're in a position to win an MVP, I don't care who you are. You're going after it because I never believed I'd be in this position, first of all. Second of all, when I got in the league, I thought, yeah, maybe I'll have a chance to be a great defensive player. I never thought I was going to be this good offensively. I don't know. What's wrong with the player wanting to win MVP? I've never understood that. I've also never understood the concept of like having individual goals in a team setting is bad. Like I get it if it's like to the detriment of the team. I want to win 6th man of the year, so I'm going to shoot 24 times off the bench to the detriment of the team at times. All right, yeah, I guess that's fair. But a guy being like, hey, I want to be so good that I win MVP. All right, good. By all means, do it. Yeah, I want to be so good defensively this year. I win Defensive Player of the Year. Okay, great. Do that. I guess it depends. Like, let's keep it within the realm of possibility. But like a player like Embiid wanting to win MVP makes sense. Like if Bradley Beal this year, like introductory press conference for the Clippers is like, I want to win MVP this year. That'd be like a whoa. All right, buddy. Let's fucking tone that down a peg. People who strive to lead the league in blocks is usually a net negative. I think people want every NBA player to be like Kawhi was his years 1 through 5, just a robot and give it all for their organization to give no shits about themselves. Jesus. People just want an excuse to dislike players. And I want to be very clear about one thing, right? Very clear. I dislike Joel Embiid as a basketball player, 100%. And this article didn't change that, right? On a human level, I feel terribly for Joel Embiid. Seems like a very misunderstood individual. Feels like his career will be a sad one to look back on in the end. Like, that just feels like inevitably where we're going to end up, and probably have already ended up there. Right? Why does Zelia Banks hate Daryl Morey? Wait, what? Oh no, this is an edited picture. I care about how I'm going to be remembered when it comes to basketball, but not as a man. Embiid says, as a man, you can't tell me nothing. Things sound dysfunctional there in Philadelphia, huh? I mean, nothing from this article leads like there's even the relationship sounds very strained between Embiid and the Sixers. And it sounded like in the article it's been that way since his rookie year, basically. If Joel Embiid says if he coasted through the regular season and averaged 30 in the play, of course this is what you post. LMAO, you fucking prick. Jesus Christ. What's this guy so mad about? Joel Embiid says if he coasted through the regular season and averaged 30 in the playoffs, people would consider him a playoff riser. What if I did this and I was like, you know what? I'm just going to chill all season and coast and average 25 or 20, and in the playoffs I go average 30. Would that make me look great? Probably. If I went from averaging 23 to 30, a playoff riser, oh my God, Joel and Jordan, whatever. The Brooklyn series 2 years ago is a perfect example. Double me everywhere, half court. As soon as I had the ball, coach was like, go get it. And guess what? I was fine with it because we kicked the ball out, we made shots, and we won. But guess what it did? It lowered the stats. So if that's the narrative that's out there, I'm okay with that because I know what I'm going through and I know what's going on. And no one is in my body understand what I'm going through. Trying to think. I mean, I get why that guy's mad because this is a very like touching, heartfelt article where Embiid pours his heart out, and then NBA Central quotes the post the quote where you know people are gonna look at it and be like, what? But so I get why they're upset by that. That's the part, knowing full well that that's like a quote that's going to paint him in a bad light. So I get why that guy's upset, honestly. But I will say though, I read this and I had to read it like 3 times. I didn't fully get what he was saying. I mean, I get what he's implying here, but you do have to look at the fact that's like, dude, you have underperformed in the playoffs. I mean, that's just the truth. And I know that, you know, you've dealt with injuries here and there, and some of them are absolute fucking freak injuries that you've had no control over whatsoever. But I mean, the fact of the matter remains. It's funny how we don't credit star players for playing basketball the right way instead of forcing shots over double teams. Yeah, I mean, I get what he's saying here for sure. But I definitely think, like, you know, when you're a player of this level and you've won an MVP, these are just some of the narratives that are going to follow you in the playoffs until you win. That's just the reality. And it's like until you win a ring, let alone making it past the second round. Like, that's a whole different conversation. And, you know, the game 6 and game 7 against the Celtics, when was that? 23? Game 6, game 7 of the Celtics. I mean, that's a pretty fucking sizable shit stain on a career. That's just the truth. Yeah, I mean, look at the way we talk about Harden. Nobody takes Harden's career seriously at all, like, which is kind of crazy because he did have one of the best peaks we've seen. So, anyways, I mean, that was a touching article. That was a touching article. I feel for him on a human level. Not that I ever disliked him at a human level to begin with. I think it's an important lesson. Like, if you find yourself this deep in the weeds that you like hate a basketball player or an athlete on like a personal, real level, and not just like a sports hatred, it's time to take a step back. All right. It's time to take a step back and reanalyze some things. Now, hey, I was guilty. I'm guilty of it too. When I was younger, early on in the Warriors run, I was like, dude, no, I actually fucking hate Draymond Green. Like, I hate him. Sports hate? No. Early on, 2015, 2016, I hated Carson Wentz. Hated him. Absolutely hated him. Oh, you mean sports hate? No. Zaza, yeah. Rondo, Dwayne Wade. But I get, like, especially Sixers fans being defensive of him because people are like really hard on Embiid, and it does, like, and I think a lot of it stems from that MVP race between him and Jokic, right? But people are very, very hateful towards Embiid sometimes. It does feel like it's crossing a boundary or two. He made hundreds of millions of dollars playing a game. Yeah, and I mean, this is stuff too where it's like, Embiid's had a hard life and stuff. It's like, yeah, and a lot of guys everyone has a hard life. Like, it's the same thing where it's like, I don't like fall in love with these guys. I don't know any of them personally, and I don't hate any of these guys really because I don't know any of them personally. Syndrome of online NBA discourse, the more negative, the louder. Yeah. Anyways, a good article. Embiid foul baits. Fans hate that. Don't foul bait and then wonder why NBA fans like you. I don't need to know Niang personally to validate my hate. No, I'm going to go see Superman soon. I'm just going to make it. I'm just going to go. Embiid seems like a good family man who gets too much hate on a personal level, but is also sensitive. But hey, that makes him human. I wish him the best in recovery, but don't like how he plays. I kind of think that's where I'm at. I don't like Joel Embiid as a basketball player, and I will continue to not like him as a basketball player because I don't enjoy watching him. That I have never felt anything personally towards Joel Embiid. So I do, because I've seen some people are like, this is remember this next time you say something about Embiid. It's like, well, what if we're just talking about his game? Because then if that's the case, then it's like, are we allowed to talk about anybody in any way? I always thought the Mavs would swing on Embiid. No. Doesn't him being a super dirty player go beyond basketball, though? No, not necessarily. There are guys where it's just, I mean, if you played sports at any way, level up, or growing up, you probably played with somebody like this, which just like could be the nicest person you've ever met. But the moment like a game starts, it's just a different thing entirely. Like that's just a different thing. You just get into like the game starts and you're playing like in, you know. So we'll see. An interesting article, very well written. Shout out to Doton. Draymond's a little different. Draymond's a little different, and I only say that because with Embiid, like you listen to him talk about, and he's very aware of this stuff. Embiid is like, when you listen to Embiid talk, it's like it sounds like someone who's just like, yo, I mean, like I just play basketball and I hate the way people talk about me because I play basketball. This feels like a human being who's just like, dude, I just play like a sport and people are just so nasty to me and it makes me upset. Where Draymond's like, yeah, I punched him in the fucking face and he deserved it. Fuck him. And it's like, whoa. So what if it's not different? I have no nasty people who are dirty sports players. Yeah, I mean, but I just don't think you could. I don't think you could ever just jump to any conclusions of like, this is how this person is on a personal level because of I watch him play basketball. Like I just know on a personal level he's like this. That clip of Bron and KD hopping off the bus for the Olympics, looking high and Embiid clocking them. Embiid said in this article that once he retires, we won't see him again. Do you guys believe that? I always thought Embiid would try to be like on TV or something like that after he retires. That's why people who follow players instead of orgs will always be weird to me. Yeah. And don't get me wrong, I've made Embiid jokes. I've made Embiid jokes from time to time. Do I regret them? No, not really. Because I feel like mine were always like just in the context of basketball. I watch Embiid purposely try to hurt players. I don't feel bad for him at all. Cooper Flagg personally, I don't know Cooper Flagg personally, but he's the best human being on the planet. Yeah. Really nice guy. I don't know him personally either, but I can just tell. All right, what else? We did it again. We've done it again. So Bradley Beal gets bought out. Caps off one of the biggest speed run disasters we've ever seen from a front office. I mean, full stop. There is not a single way to frame it other than that. Period. Okay? The last month should just be a sort of crash course. We're giving an oral history every day about how fucking horrible the Suns team's been, how god-awful Matt Ishbia is, the pathetic Suns, destructive Matt Ishbia. That should be how we spend every day, just laughing at them, really. But it's just like, I don't know what the fuck it is. What's Sham's deal with Ishbia? I don't understand it. He sucks the Suns' dick on like any other team. Because it's like, this is actually a masterful play by the Suns to create cap space. It's like, what? I did this last summer with the Clippers. And so last summer, I was like, well, the Clippers had a bad offseason because it's over. Like, their grand experiment failed. You know? Their experiment failed. They went all in on Paul George and Kawhi, and now Paul George is leaving, and they don't have a championship ceiling anymore, and that's it. It's over. They didn't get anything in return for him. Like, that's how it is with the Suns. The Suns went all in even more than the Clippers, I would say. Well, we didn't know Shea was going to turn into Shea, but I mean, all in the sense that like they just like frozen themselves for a decade, like 7 years. For Beal and KD. Something we knew was not going to work. Like, we knew this shit was not going to work the moment. At least with Paul George and Kawhi, I was like, oh my God, that team might win. Like, that team was like immediately the favorites. Like, that team might win. That team's going to be really good. The Suns was immediately like, what the fuck are they doing? And I remember when the Beal deal initially happened, it was like, that's actually not bad. The Suns got him for free. Because I think the reporting took a while to come out that they traded every pick swap. If memory serves me correctly. It took a while for that detail to come out. Because at first it was like, what is it? Like, it's just Chris Paul and some seconds for Beal? Like, all right, that's a great deal. Then it came out that it was 5 pick swaps. Oh. Holy hell. Who knows how many of those will even happen? Remember when KD slipped before his first Phoenix game and tweaked his ankle? That was his first home game, wasn't it? But anyways, I'm saying that because it's like, this now gives the Suns increased team building flexibility by taking them out of the first and second aprons, providing access to more tradable draft picks in the future, and opening up part of the mid-level exception to utilize. Like, they did it. It's like, I'm done. And if this is going to be a thing from here, like with the new cap rules and shit, that players and teams are getting bought out and teams are waving and stretching guys on massive, horrible, disgusting piece of shit contracts. Like, I'm not allowing this. I'm not allowing this to be reframed in any way that's like, it's actually a good thing, because it's like, no, it's not a good thing. No, it's not a good thing. Okay? It's a disaster. All right? Booker being on a 1+1 means clock is ticking for him too. No, he signed a ginormous fucking extension. So the Suns are. I'm gonna get to the Clippers because I actually really like what they've done. But I think the Suns have had a disastrous offseason. I think they've done okay with what they've had personally, right? Like, you know, Jalen Green, Brooks, and the 10th overall pick for KD. All right, that's fine. You get Malawach, who drops in the draft, and then, you know, you trade back up and get Rasheer Fleming, who looked like he could have been a first-round pick. Like, all right, cool. Kobe Brea, a lot of people like him in the second round. All right, cool, fine. One thing that I'm focusing on the process more. I'm not focusing on like, oh, they got this guy in the draft, because the reality is we don't know. Like, everyone's like, oh my God, they went up and got Rasheer Fleming. Like, I remember, wasn't it the Timberwolves who went up and got Leonard Miller? And I was like, oh shit. And it's like, he's horrible, right? He's a horrible player. So it's just like, the process was good though with the draft. I'll give them that. I have no clue if those guys are going to be good. Who knows? Probably not. History will tell us probably not. But we'll see. Did you see the reported Gobert, Dante, Shannon Jr. pick 17 package for KD? Yeah, and that was an interesting package. But I mean, like, it makes sense. The Timberwolves would only do that if KD said, I'll sign an extension there. And then, you know, they trade for Mark Williams. Okay. Right? Like, all right. That's interesting. You know, the start of last year, your center rotation was god awful. Yusuf Nurkic is a horrible basketball player at this point in his career. And in the span of a year, you know, you got Malawach, who's this really fun and exciting young guy. You've got, you know, we do this with these guys. I've seen Suns fans like, we've got baby Embiid. It's like, what? Like, what makes you think that when you watch Malawach? Can somebody explain the baby Embiid stuff? I see that all the time. Can I ask, like, is it because he's an African center? Like, is that it? I don't understand it at all. I don't know how you could have watched, like, Embiid coming into the league and think Malawach is that. Could he be a good center, though? Absolutely. Because he just started playing basketball? I mean, I guess. But how much are they? I mean, look at that's repugnant. I mean, I'm sorry, I can't sit here and like applaud a team because they're paying a guy $19 million for 5 fucking years to not be on their team. Like, what? What are we talking about? $100 million over the next 5 years to not be on the team. What? I'm so, like, yeah, fine, right? And now what's actually kind of interesting, I'm noticing about it. What's the rule? You can only have, I think it's 14% of your cap tied up to waive and stretched players. The Suns are really good at drafting players lately, for what it's worth. Kamara, Dunn, and Oso. Yeah, for sure. I mean, Oso is a fine player. Ryan Dunn still, like, offensively has such a long ways to go to be considered a fine player. Like Kamara, yeah. They traded his ass for Yusuf Nurkic. They traded Tumani Kamara and DeAndre Ayton for Yusuf Nurkic. Destructive Matt Ishbia. A little destructive Matt. Oh, is it 12.5%? That's the most you can have? Yeah, man, they drafted Tumani Kamara. They did. And they traded him in the Nurkic trade. Ayton Nurkic trade. I thought it was 14 for some reason. Is it 12.5? Well, it can't be because they're exceeding that this year. It's 15. Okay, that's why I thought it was around then. I'm just saying that's interesting because over the next 5 years, they don't really have. I mean, you don't want to be waiving and stretching players, anyways. But I'm sorry, the same thing with like the Bucks, where it's like, okay, I mean, I get why you had to do the Miles Turner move if you're the Bucks. If you just feel like Giannis is really upset, like this is something that'll make him happy. Okay, I do understand that. Right. But I'm supposed to like applaud you because you're going to pay Damian Lillard. You're going to like basically be giving Miles Turner a $50 million a year deal when you factor in what you're paying Damian Lillard to not be on your team and what you're paying Miles Turner. Like, I'm supposed to applaud that? That's fucking horrible. Right? Like, that's terrible. I'm not going to applaud that. I understand why you did it. Like, I'm supposed to applaud them having 5 years of Beal's buyout. Oh. Would you rather have Miles Turner for $50 million or Booker for $95? Oh, Jesus Christ, man. That Booker deal. When does that kick in? Is this the numbers? 69 million? Is that just kind of like the estimated? Oh, that for Giannis to ask out in August? I feel like this might be where we're headed with like this. It's not necessarily a new thing to waive and stretch guys. Like, this has happened before over the history of NBA, even like big contract guys. Like Josh Smith was always the fucking poster child of this. But I mean, I can't sit here and just be like, masterful stroke, Matt Ishbia. Masterful gambit, sir. Masterful gambit, sir. I think D-Book asks out before 2027 too. No, I think he likes being there. So it's like, I'm supposed to applaud you because you now have to pay this guy $5 million or for 5 years, $100 million on what was like a disastrous trade the moment you made it. The moment you made it. I don't know. Also, I do wonder, like, what does this open up for you right now? Like, what does this open up for you right now? But also, two, what would have happened if you were just like, yo, I can't do it. Like, we can't wave and stretch you. Like, you're just gonna have to be on the team. I know that they had to get under the second apron right now to avoid like their draft picks getting frozen. How would Phoenix even get to the Kuminga number? How would that even work? I know, but what are they sending? Grayson Allen and Royce O'Neal, $26 million. All right. Hey, by the way, the Clippers. I saw you guys arguing in the chat earlier about, are the Clippers the best team in California? I mean, on paper. On paper, I would say, yeah. Kings? Suns would send Royce O'Neal and Nick Richards to Golden State for Kuminga. $15 million? If all costs to get Kuminga is $15 million and I'm the Warriors, I'm keeping him. $15 million for Nick Richards and Royce O'Neal? Like, no, thank you. I'd much rather just keep Kuminga. I mean, on paper it is, but yeah, Kawhi's injury history. I mean, Harden's getting older, and I just feel like there's going to be a year where Harden has such a good feel for the game, though, that like Lakers just praying Luca has the best season in NBA history for them to have a chance at a playoff spot. No, I wouldn't go that far. I would not go that far. The youngest player is 28. I mean, it's not like any of the other California teams are young, up and coming teams. They're all old as fuck. They're all old or in the Kings' case, just mid. Yeah, but if I'm the Warriors and it's like, all right, let's weigh my options right now. $15 million is all it takes for us to just bring Kuminga back, or we can get Nick Richards and Royce O'Neal right now. I'd rather just hold on to him. And then also, hey, fuck $15 million. Let's get you in the 20s, and we'll pay you. We'll give you $20 million and $20 plus million, whatever, $25 million a year, and we'll keep you around, and we'll look to trade you. Like we'll use your contract as like a big contract in like trade talks for a bigger player. Clippers gonna be much better than the Lakers next year. I mean, I think on paper they're the best team in LA for sure, but it's just. I mean, you can't rely on Kawhi to be healthy. That's really it. Playoffs, I mean, Kawhi, will he be healthy? Probably not. James Harden, will he poop in his pants? Yes. So there that goes. Seven-game series, who wins, Clippers or Lakers? I mean, it's impossible to say. Is everyone healthy? Is Kawhi healthy? This Clippers team is just so much more athletic. And like Zubats, I feel like would be such a nightmare. Batum, demon mode in playoffs makes up for poopy pants Harden. But let's just say it gets to a game 6 and it's like Luca Doncic and LeBron versus James Harden. Well, both healthy. I'd probably say Clippers in 7. Also, they got Brook off the bench. Yeah, you got Brook off the bench. You got Beal. So what? Beal's going to start, huh? So assuming health, what's their 5 look like? Harden, Beal, Kawhi, John Collins, and Zubats? It's a lot on the shoulders of Kawhi defensively, I think. Would you trade AD for salary filler plus Castle plus 3 firsts? Maybe at the deadline. I mean, based off of some of the comments, like from Beal's agent, it feels like he got, hey, you're going to start for us type of promise. But I was about to say, I think Beal off the bench makes way more sense. But maybe they'll stagger. Maybe they'll be creative in staggering those minutes. Zach Lowe? What is Zach Lowe saying? Lillard, who was waived and stretched by the Bucks earlier this month, is a franchise legend in Portland. Portland and Dame reunion. Spurs wouldn't trade Steph for even Giannis or Jokic, in my opinion. Yeah, I mean, it had to be like a trade deadline deal, and like Harper looks incredible, or maybe Castle didn't take the next step like they wanted, and they're just like, eh. I don't think it would happen. I like this Clippers team. I mean, am I going to fall victim to it? No. They won 50 games last year, and they're better this year, I think. But I don't know. As it stands currently, would I bet on this Lakers team or this Clippers team in the playoffs, or the Lakers in the playoffs? I just can't. I can't shake the Harden shit out of my head. I just can't. I can't shake it. I just can't do it. Twitter notification? Oh my God. Target acquired. It's my turn.
Guard that they can.
Breaking news: 9-time NBA All-Star Damian Lillard is finalizing a 3-year, $42 million contract to return to the Portland Trailblazers. Wait, they paid his ass. I thought it was going to be like a minimum. They paid his ass. I mean, not a lot, obviously. It's a little under mid-level with a player option and a no-trade clause. All right. Why not? That's fun. Won't see him play this year, almost certainly. Was there a team that was like super dead set on wanting to bring him in? That's fun though. Dame back in Portland, that is fun. That is fun. Damn, that was quick developing right there. Dame now will have a 25-26 set salary of $70 million and a salary of $141 million over the next 2 years because of the buyout. Damn. So, like, these buyouts aren't even hurting players. And so you could have Drew this year. When Dame comes back, you trade Drew. So Portland traded Dame for Drew, then they traded Drew, and now they ended up with both 2 years later. Yeah, that's true. They circled the block on that one. That's fun. That's fun if you're a Blazers fan. He's going to get a huge ovation. Only gone, what, 2 years, right? Is that right? 2 years? Or was it 3? No, it was only 2. Imagine he wins a ring with Portland. Because that was messy when he left Portland. Was it that messy? I thought it was like pretty. I think it was a little bit messy because it was like, dude, we're not just going to trade you to Miami because that's what you want. Messy in his private life, yeah. Well, that's fun. That's fun. That's fun. And you know what? If Dame comes back next year and is like, I mean, he'll be what, 35? How old is Dame right now? 35, 36 next year? If he comes back and is like the 70% of Damian Lillard, because he was good this year before he got hurt. Yeah, so he'll be 36 years old when the season starts next year. If he's like 70% of that, that's still great value for $13 million, whatever it is. And what? Maybe coming off the bench? I mean, if Scoot takes a step you hope he would take, probably coming off the bench, right? Hanson Yang already has more motion than Bron and Luca to pull star players. Luca loses weight every offseason and then gains some back, but Lakers fans are acting like he's Kate Moss. You know what's funny is I saw on the Lakers subreddit, they put a picture of him in like a Slovenia thing. And people in the comments were literally like, yeah, he just looks different. Like Mavs fans have said that this happens every summer, but this time he just looks way different. Like he looks way different in this picture. The picture was from a few years ago. The way Katie frames his Achilles injury, it feels like you lose the ability to drain deep threes because that leg power is gone. This is a fun little story. I mean, we're not going to see him much at all next year. I mean, he probably doesn't play a game, right? But that's fun, though. I'm not expecting any more out of Scoop. Well, I mean, they're still going to give him room to develop. Why are the Dallas Cowboys trending? Oh, God. Micah Parsons to Undertaker. What? Wait. Micah Parsons to Undertaker on his contract. What does this mean to Undertaker? Like he's talking to the Undertaker? He's just on a podcast every day. He's talking to the fucking Undertaker. He's got this ginormous ass Cowboys hat on his Bleacher Report pod. Oh yeah, and I saw somebody say this before. There's Bleacher Report streams are done. They're shifting their focus towards something else. And I might still go on there from time to time, but it just won't be like a weekly Bleacher Report stream. Paul with the $5. Things you should never investigate. Why are the Dallas Cowboys trending? Well, it is always fun. Tell them to fix their goddamn app. Well, I think that's part of it. I think that's part of the reason. No, it is fun to always do it. I'm just dying laughing, bro. Undertaker. Can I see some of this conversation? Like, is Undertaker just there like, yeah, right. I'm telling Jerry should pay you. Oh. I thought Dame would go to Boston with Tatum. Dude, they only have so many medical resources, bro. Micah has a hilarious personality. What if Dez caught it? He did. He did. So yeah, it's pretty much Shams just basically said he's not playing at all this year. And we already know Tyrese Halliburton's not playing at all this year. All the torn Achilles guys. Tatum is like probably going to play. Eric Gordon responded to the rumors of him being the Sixers snitch. What'd he say? Dude talking stupid shit. I'm going on year 18. That ain't my rep. Get your facts straight.
Oh my, someone called the National Weather Service. We had an unanticipated storm in the building tonight. Homeboy was raining threes down on these fools. Bam, 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 one after another. They'll lose track of you and boom, another one. That was sweet to see. You keep shooting like that, it's gonna make a huge difference for us.
Wait, so imagine that with this. So imagine that with this.
Imagine being able to build anything.
No.
Just by thinking about it.
No,
Meet
thanks.
Base 44.
All right, because if I have to learn anything, it's that you have to tune out the noise. Only thing that matter is what happened between the lines. Do the work, listen to the coaches, and the result will take care of themselves. Because at the end of the day, it's not about the money, the nice hotel, the private jets. Remember that, and you will be fine. Okay?
Yeah. You're right. He's right. We got too much talent, and we work too hard to be playing like this. We got to get this train right back on.
Oh, this is the creative player. Okay, I was like, who the fuck is Andre Jordan? I was like, what? That's who they had on the Suns talking? Like, damn, I knew they were terrible at the time, but like, Jesus.
Track real quick, like.
That's right. We all have that attitude. The train will be rolling in no time. Let's do it.
Who have thought?
Oh, this is the craziest one. This is the craziest one.
Who have thought
Who have thought?
that a young buck like you could actually do the right thing and avoid getting his sorry
I had a
butt kicked
teammate
out the
hold me
game?
back. He told me to chill.
He didn't even finish it.
Sounds like a wise fella to win in this league. You need all hands on deck. Good call. Check it.
Dude, they're cutting him off. They're not even letting him finish.
The ref should have checked his cell. He was trash all night.
Only thing we can control there is ourselves. Forget the ref, the fan, even the opponent. Handle your business, and the rest will take care of itself. All right?
I guess so.
The players, on the other hand, are going to reserve judgment.
There was nobody in the studio who was like, hey, Dion, really appreciate you coming out. You know, maybe another take, right? Maybe just one more take. Just, not that was terrible or anything, but just, it takes a couple to get going, get comfortable in front of a mic, all of that stuff, okay?
Judgment.
How's that?
You got skills to be a great player, but the proof will come between the line. Tonight, time will tell if you can help or not.
The players, on the other hand, are going to reserve judgment.
How's that?
You got all the skill to make a contribution, but the proof will come between the lines. Tonight, time will tell if you can help or not.
Yo, what's going on tonight? I'm running free all over the court and you didn't give me the ball.
Man, what are you talking about?
I'm talking about making sure I get my touches, yo. Move the ball, share it with your teammates. Make the extra pass so that we can get easy looks. You got it?
Boy, get out my face with that, man. I do what I do with the
Yo,
rock
Neil.
for the good of this team. And I don't need nobody second guessing me. You ain't my coach, punk.
That's the kind of selfish I'm talking about. Get over yourself, man.
Oh my God. Dude, I forgot how bad these were. I forgot how bad these storylines were. It's funny because this is like the least bad it was. It got progressively worse. Like significantly worse.
Oh my. Someone
Oh my. What was the 2K 2015 storyline? Was there even a storyline in that one? $2K16 was the Spike Lee one. Oh, I'm looking at Dame's basketball reference page. I forgot about this guy. What happened to him? What's Keldon Blevins up to? This was one of the biggest cases of nepotism we've ever seen in the league. God bless this guy. I hope he's doing well. Is he overseas somewhere or something? $2K15 was just the generic, you're a mid-first rounder in the Ricky Showcase. He's in North Korea? 2K16, you had Freak, the Spike Lee one. That one was iconic. 2K was 2K17 OJ. Fresh squeezed OJ with Michael B. Jordan. Oh. That one was tough. Keldon was around for a tiny bit. I mean, he's Dame's cousin, and he was like, I mean, he didn't play. He didn't really play at all. Like, he was genuinely horrible. Was 2K18 the DJ one where you were a 5-star athlete and you decided to pursue being a DJ instead, and everyone called you a dumbass? So then you went and played. Yeah, you played a street pickup basketball game, and then you ended up getting picked up by an NBA team. Man, why can't we just give us 2 college games and let us get drafted? That's all we want. Like, let us play like March Madness or some shit, and then like however we play in March Madness, maybe we play a combine game, and then that's it. We get drafted. Nobody wants all this other shit. I remember when I first got my PS5, I got 2K, and I don't remember which one it was. 2K23 maybe, 24. I got on, and before I could play a game, I was playing my career. I just wanted to go play a game against the Washington Wizards. Okay? I was a center for the Mavericks when they needed a center. Before I could play a game, they literally wouldn't let me finish a game until I went and put a hot dog hat on. Put a fucking hot dog hat on my head that had a State Farm logo on it, and then go to a music studio to rap with J. Cole. And not only that, not only did you have to do the rap cutscene, but you had little QuickTime events where you had to fill in the bar, and you got them wrong. Like, you had to get it right to pass. You guys know what I'm talking about? And mind you couldn't play the next game. Like, this wasn't like, some like optional side quest, whatever, who gives a fuck. Like, you had to do it to play the next game. Horrible. I think that was a Luca cover one. I can't remember off the top of my head, really. Yeah, it is kind of a shame how bad 2K is because it should be the most fun game. Like the fact that you and 4 friends can hop on and play 5-on-5 basketball with like 10 people. Incredible. The easiest thing in the world to not fuck up, in my opinion. Easiest thing. Who doesn't love, playing co-op with their friends, especially like a basketball game? So I speak on Dame back in Portland. I already did. I don't like. What's there to say? He's not going to play at all this year. Yeah, we read some of the Embiid stuff. It's cool for Dame and for the Blazers. I think it's just more of a convenience thing. Dame wanted to be up in Portland. Portland said, all right. Why do we have to buy a new 2K game every year? It's just the way it is. I wish I had an answer for you. Honestly, if Dame's not coming off the bench in a year from now, that's probably concerning, right? Am I wrong? I think you would hope that Scoot would take like a decent enough stride forward. That he's your starting point guard and you have Dame coming off the bench. And then you probably trade Drew, I'd have to guess. I guess you don't have to. He'll be better than Scoot next year. I don't think Dame's playing a single second next year. Yeah, Scoot was picking it up towards the end of the season. I still think there's a pathway for him. I'm not ready to give up on him. I think that'd be crazy. Well, Scoot's not like there right now, but I'm saying a year from now, heading into year 4, like I'd hope he'd be able to start over 36-year-old fresh off an Achilles Dame Lillard. If not, then that's like he's teetering on just like straight up bust territory. Holy shit. Oh my God, I'm tired. All right. Let's do a Letterboxd check-in, and then I'm gonna hop off. And the next time you guys hear from me, it'll be a big video. The dreaded March bump. Well, he was showing flashes throughout the year, anyways. I'm not ready to give up on him just yet. All right, so since we talked 2 days ago, I mean, this just to me feels like it's like a convenience type of thing more than it's like Dame sees an opportunity to become a starting player again. How's the leg doing? A week from today, I will hopefully have my cast off. What do you think was the prospect red flags everyone missed on Scoot? Shooting. I mean, when you're just projecting shooting, it becomes scary. But some of this stuff should have translated. Like the burst and the athleticism and the relentlessness getting downhill. Harper. U.S. President Donald Trump diagnosed with vein issue after reporting swollen legs. Deep vein thrombosis. Another DVT friend, twin to add to the list. The vein issue piece. ACL tear mid-30s, not going to come back a while. No, not an ACL tear, an Achilles tear, which is worse. I think guards are just tough to evaluate because in theory you think there's so much upside, but you really have to be so good to be a star guard. Yeah, especially if you're not like a jumbo guard. Is this the real cousin or not? No, this is one of the biggest pieces of NBA nepotism we've ever seen. Shane Gillis jokes. I don't care. I really don't. I thought about talking about that on here, but I don't care. I thought some of them were pretty funny. Is this another Damian Lillard tweet? I mean, at a certain point, I think I have to take Shams notifications off. It's a little insane. One, two, three, four, five Damian Lillard tweets. Is that not a little preposterous? Like, is that not a little crazy? When do we go fully delusional? Referencing the latest Mavs film room tweet. I don't know. What was the tweet? I grieve different. Pick a scenario you prefer. West Finals loss. Mavs miss playoffs. Nico fired. Is that what we're talking about? When we get delusional about Luca coming back here, you guys can do that. Luca is not coming back to the Mavericks, okay? This actually is interesting to me. I want to answer this question. Pick a scenario you prefer. West Finals loss or Mavs miss playoffs. Nico fired. Quite easily West Finals loss. All right. I think that's bizarre. I got to be honest. I think that's a little bizarre. Sarah at the 199. Whiplash, J.K. Simmons, Oscar deserved? Yes. I don't get it, to be honest with you. But all right. To each their own. What if Nico firing in with Cam Boozer or AJ DiBatanza? I mean, what's like what? I would need more content or context. Is it like, yeah, like you said, would it be like let's say the Mavs similar things, like just barely miss the playoffs and then win the lottery again? Okay, yeah, maybe. But them being like horrid. So much would have had to have gone wrong that'd just be like, yeah, great. Nico's fired. Cool. Like things have gone really wrong and things are really, really bad. Like Cooper probably had a disappointing year. All your old guys had very disappointing years. Kyrie probably never comes back. AD's probably hurt. Like, is that what you want? I don't like, where does that leave you? I don't get it. Let's say what, you get the 6th overall pick next year. Cool, I guess. But where does that leave you? Like, is that what you want, really? It's not what I want. Why the fuck would you want that? Meanwhile, if you make the Western Conference Finals, that means Cooper Flag's a stud, right? That means Cooper Flag is a stud. That means AD was healthy and played really well. So then if you even want to go the like, well, they need to trade everyone. Well, that means AD played really well and his value sky high. That means Kyrie comes back and his value sky high. That means all of your role guys played well and their values are all sky high. So even if your team, like, I want to blow this team up, like, why would you not want the West Finals loss if you want to get there eventually? I don't. This one is bizarre to me. West Finals loss, really? No, I'm out. That doesn't make any sense to me. Did people forget how fun 2023 was? I just need people to understand, like, this option doesn't come without horrible consequences as well. Like, there's not a scenario where Cooper Flag is really good and AD's healthy and good and Kyrie comes back and is good and all your role players play good and you miss the playoffs. Like, that scenario doesn't exist. So you're talking like Cooper Flag's not very good or AD gets hurt. Like, all those scenarios are fucking awful. Like, those scenarios are fucking terrible. Like, where are you if Flag has a really bad year? Which I don't think he will. But like, where do you look at as in terms of your future? Like AD has a rough year and is injured and like his value's in the mud now. Where does that leave you? You're stuck with AD now. Nico got fired. Great. There's no guarantee whoever you bring in is going to be good. Has the team been sold? No. You still have a dumb fuck running the team then. They let Flag rock for the Legends. They let Flag rock for the Legends to give their fan base some fun for the season. The Legends fan base? Bro, the Legends fan base is like elementary school kids who got tickets for free. And hey, shout out to the Legends. Like, I'm not like shitting on them, but that's like... There's not like a Legends fan base. Yeah. Kids in a PSA basketball league, absolutely. No, yeah, Flag. Like, I got like Flag being on a Texas Legends team, but just would do nothing. What if they do a rerun of Luca's rookie season where they trade off vets to better for the future? I mean, that would be interesting. I guess in this scenario, though, they wouldn't do that if it also led to Nico getting... Like, Nico wouldn't do that if he was like, I'm going to get fired if we miss the playoffs. Like, I'll just sell off vets and help this team for the future. Like, that would never fucking happen in a million years. Now, maybe if he got fired, like, before the deadline or something, okay. Like, I gotta be the annoying guy and look at these things like that. Where it's just like, well, missing the playoffs and Nico fired. Like, cool, fine. Things have gone so disastrously wrong that, like, you would then be looking at the future and be like, this thing's totally fucked. Like, why would I root for that over going to the Western Conference Finals? You get what I'm saying? Like, why on earth would I want that to be the outcome? All right. I'm okay keeping most of the core with AD and Kyrie together, but I think you do need to trim the roster a little bit to get some future assets. This combo's so tired. I know. It's one of the things in my timeline video. I'm really trying to like not have the video be about the Luca trade, right? Like obviously it's in there, but I'm trying my hardest to avoid it being like the focal point of the video. In fact, I'm trying to make the video to where it's not the focal point at all. And it's more of a highlight on how fucking crazy the season was beyond just the Luca trade. Because it gets forgotten. We were talking about that season being horrible before then. Here's the kicker. Will the next Lakers at Mavs game still look like a home game for the Lakers? Oh, yeah, for sure. Absolutely. Absolutely. I know it's not happened, but what if there was a change in ownership possible? Let's say a better owner, but it meant reduced returns for 1 or 2 seasons, like the new owner wants to trade vets. I mean, sure. It wouldn't happen. Why is bro taking streaming hiatus? I'm not streaming until I finish the timeline video. Because the problem is I get on here and I just ramble and yap. And I thought the stream, I'm not going to lie, I was going to stream for an hour. That's what I was going to do today. And we're an hour and 50 minutes into the stream, and I haven't even done my Letterboxd update, which God knows how long that'll take. So, for the Mavs, my personal thought is that the team should have had a chance to run it back again with the roster that went to the finals. I imagine the players will have. Yeah. Did the Jazz game where Luca gave up the game-winning dunk make the cut? Oh, fuck yeah, it did. Absolutely. Well, because, dude, they were, 5-6? 11 games into the season? That was, I remembered it being bad, but man, I was going back and looking, and it's like, kid was like going off in post-game pressers. Like, things were bad, dude. The start of the season was horrible. Kid was popping off in post-game pressers, like, big time. It is interesting. Going back is like, I'm going to say this in the video, but going back is like when you watch like Usual Suspects or Chinatown or any movie with like a big twist, big reveal at the end. Going back and looking at the season last year is like that. When you go back and you rewatch the movie after the twist, and it's like, oh, fuck. How did I not see this coming? How did I not see it? What did I miss? And you go back and you look at the finals last year. You look at the windy stuff. You look at the camp injury, and even some quotes from that around then, and then that wrist injury. And it's like, oh man, the crumbs were there. I'm going back, and I did vaguely remember this, but man, like for a while there, they were playing so well without Luca. And then I think just it just became too much. But when he was out with that wrist injury, they were 4-1 in those 5 games. I think until Kyrie got hurt, they were still like, I think barely above 500 in games Kyrie played that Luca didn't play in. It was just over. There was just no chance at that point. I mean, they were going to run on fumes anyways. Kyrie was getting overextended so much that was never sustainable. Godfather thoughts? One of the best movies of all time. All right, let's do Letterboxd updates and then we'll call it a day. I've watched since the last time I talked to you guys a couple days ago. I've got 4 movies to talk about. A couple of them are just kind of like I put on while I'm working on stuff, like, you know, some of these Letterboxd recommended 1950 sci-fi type of movies. So this movie right here. Saw Grave of Butterflies on your list. That's just a masterpiece. Fireflies, you mean? Yeah, that's on there. I'm not gonna lie. I've like randomly picked movies, but there are a couple that I've skipped because it's like, not today. Like movies that I know are just like brutally sad. It's just like, not now. Another, we'll get to it, but not now. Or like horror movies that I have on there. I'm just like, you know, not sure how much I like want to watch, you know, Hereditary right now. All right. So I watched this one, Destination Moon. This one was recommended. It's one of the first like real sci-fi movies. And a lot of, it's very, from what I was reading, very influential in the sci-fi genre. It was boring as fuck. But yeah, I appreciated what it did. And it looked cool for it being in the 19... I mean, this was 20 years before the moon landing. You know? 20 years before the moon landing. And some of this shit was like legit cool. Hilarious is like, the story doesn't make any fucking sense at all. Like this felt like, from what I was reading, they kind of rushed to put this movie out because there were other like movie studios who were trying to do something similar. So they rushed to put this movie out. It's like the movie is kind of like if you had a substitute teacher in a science class and they put this on. You know? That's what it felt. It was just so boring. And some of it doesn't make sense. Like they build this rocket ship. They're going to go to the moon. The government says, no, you can't go. We're not approving it. We're not closing off the surrounding areas in case of a radiation leak. And they say, and this is an actual line. Like they didn't say this in a funny way. This was actually said seriously. In the 1950s voice, it's like, well, since there's never been a moon launching, since a rocket has never taken off, there's actually no laws against launching a rocket into space. So once we take off, they can't do anything because legally there's no law that says that we cannot launch ourselves into space. I was like, all right, fine, I guess. And then like all of the scientists and stuff are dropping out. All the real astronauts are dropping out. So they're just like literally picking up babbling fucking idiots off the street to go on the trip with them. It makes no sense. But anyways, they go, there's like I'm spoiling this. I mean, look, like it looks sick. It does look pretty cool. I love like these old movies when they paint the sets. It looks so badass, right? But the movie itself was boring. But it is like, I mean, look, this was in 1950, bro. You know? 20 whole years before they went to the moon. And they had a scene where a guy's like out in space and uses a fire extinguisher as a jetpack. From what I understand, that's the first time that ever happened. The movie was boring as shit though. So I gave it 2.5 because it was cool, but you know, it was pretty boring. I just got to call a spade a spade. Would I recommend anyone watch this? No, because it's boring. All right. This other slop ass movie I watched from the 50s. This one's from 1953. Cat Women of the Moon. This movie's so terrible, but it is so bad that it's kind of good. This is another Damian Lillard tweet. Okay. So what is this? What is this, Shams? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 Damian Lillard related tweets for a guy who's not going to play second this year. Notifications are off. Notifications are off completely. We're done. Okay? We are done. You couldn't pay me to watch a movie from the 1950s? No, some of them are fun. This movie's just... I don't even actually know how to describe it. They go to the moon, right? Just around this time, going to the moon, big infatuation. They go to the moon. What is it slightly obsession with moon landing movies from the 50s? This is what Letterboxd was recommending to me, movies I would like. So anyways, they go to the moon. It's like a crew of 5 people. One of them is a woman. There's like a love triangle, and you're like immediately thrusted into this fucking love triangle. It makes no sense at all. With these 2 guys on the crew and this woman, right? And there's like this very bizarre scene. There's like romance scenes in early movies, 50s movies are bizarre. Like they are very bizarre. There's always like an underlying rape-y vibe that's just like very uncomfortable when you're watching these movies. And the way that they like hold, like the way that men hold women in these movies is just like so, it's just like, I love you. You understand me? I love you so much. And it's just like, all right, dude, like just fucking tone it down a few notches. All right. You're scaring the hoes, literally. So anyways, but this woman is like secretly a cat woman. I never quite understood. They never explained it. They get to the moon, right? And this cat woman's like, we need to go on the other side of the moon, the dark side of the moon. That's where we need to land. And they're like, but we've never seen the dark side of the moon. We don't even know what's over there. And she's like, trust me. I just know that's where we're supposed to land. And so they land on the dark side of the moon. And the science in this is just fucking terrible. They get out and they're in shade. And then one of the guys goes, one of like the captains of the ship goes, quick, hand me one of those cigarettes. And he gets a cigarette and he puts it out in the light and the cigarette burns to a crisp. I was like, what? Isn't it like 0 degrees, negative degrees on the moon? Anyways, it doesn't make any sense. But they're exploring and then they find a cave and they get in the cave and they realize there's oxygen in the cave. And they're like, what the hell? And then they're starting to interrogate the woman. They're like, how are you sure that there was going to be oxygen here on the planet? And she was like, it must have came to me in a dream. And then she looks at the camera, dead ass. Like they look in the camera several times in this movie. She's like, the alpha told me. And everyone's like, what? What's the alpha? Well, it turns out that there is a civilization on this moon of cat women. There's only like 6 or 7 of them. They're a dying species. There's only like 6 or 7 of them. And they lured this girl to the moon. What's the connection? It's actually never explained. I don't know. I'm actually not sure. The connection's never explained. But their names are like, I'm Alpha. I'm Beta. I'm Lambda. Like that's all the Catwoman's names. And then they seduce all the men. The men fall for it. I like that part of it. And their big goal is they're going to take over the rocket ship, go back to Earth, and then use mind control. I guess they have mind control. They don't use mind control at any point, but they're going to use mind control to take over all the women on planet Earth, and then they'll take over slowly and become cat women of the Earth. But also, I don't get why they're cat women. There's nothing about them that's catty like at all. They have like the tipped what is that? Tip mascara? Tip eye makeup, eyeliner or whatever. There's nothing else that's cat about them. They don't move around like a cat. They don't hiss. They don't have cat ears. I don't know what the fuck it is about them that's cat like per se. But yeah, I gave it a 1.5 because it's absolutely terrible. But cats do slowly take over humans' hearts and minds. This is cat-like. Yeah, I mean, I didn't really know if they had any powers. It didn't make sense. Nothing about this movie made any sense. But hey, it's 60 minutes, so You're in and you're out. All right. And then I watched 2 serious movies. I watched Whiplash a couple nights ago. First time I've seen it. It's a pretty goddamn good movie. I'll tell you what. It's a pretty goddamn good movie. It is kind of funny. Someone in our Discord said that this is like a good test. How do you interpret this movie? Is a good test to see, what like your mindset on things is. So for me, I took it as, right, I need to abandon everyone who loves me, and kill myself. And that's the only way you can be great. So that's how I interpreted this movie. And it's a very happy ending. Like at the end of it, Miles Teller is Neiman is drumming, and he's nearly died about several times at this point drumming. His hands, I don't know how there's even skin left on his hands with the amount that he bleeds, and what the fuck is this? Like, what are we doing here? Dude, what are we doing here, man? I'm sorry, Letterboxd. That was insane. And I actually like your service, so I was going to disable my ad blocker for you, but that's absurd. So anyways, at the end, spoiler alert for all of these, by the way. At the end, when he's just drumming away, and then J.K. Simmons' character, Fletcher, is looking at him smiling, I was like, oh, what a feel-good movie. What a feel-good movie. Because in the end, he got his approval, so it was a happy ending. And then Neiman, a.k.a. Miles Teller, goes on to live a happily ever after. Right? Is that what you guys took away from it? Oh yeah, that's crazy that J.K. Simmons is Omni-Man. Somebody, I guess Kobe had a quote about this movie or something. Someone said it. I couldn't find it online, but I did find articles that are like unironically saying what I just said. I don't know. I left this movie hating Neiman. Were you supposed to like him? A good drummer, I guess, for sure. And did Miles Teller learn how to play drums like that for this movie? Or was he already kind of good at it? Because if he learned how to play drums like that, how does he not win an Oscar? They use a lot of fake shots. I mean, that kind of looked hard to fake, to be honest with you. Miles Teller learned how to play drums for Whiplash. Yes, Miles Turner did learn how to play drums for Whiplash. While he had played drums before, he had to learn the specific style of jazz drumming. And it could be one of those things where a jazz drummer is just like, yeah, it was terrible, but like, it was like, okay, all right. It's like one of those things like basketball where it's like, maybe if you didn't know, or any sports movie, and it's like, maybe if you didn't know, you could get away with it, but anyone who's like played is just like, what? You don't like him? Fuck no. I hated Neiman's character. And not like Miles Teller did a great job playing him, but I thought he was a loser. Like, yeah, he was great at playing drums. Okay. But this movie's about, when they're at the dinner table, and look, that's one of the scenes I have a nitpick with. I didn't really like it. It was just too on the nose from like the jock sports guy and the like EU union guy. Too on the nose, honestly. That like took me out of it entirely almost. Cause it was like everything up until this, especially if you've been around somebody like, and I've never experienced anything like J.K. Simmons in this movie. Okay, let's just start there. Like I've never even come close to experiencing anything like it. But you're around like maniacal competitors like this, and just how like nothing else fucking matters. Like Neiman kind of sucks. He was the same type of guy as his teacher in the end. Yeah, like a horrible human being to everyone around him. Like he's got a very loving and supportive dad, right? Who's just like, yeah, my son drums. Like, sure, maybe there's not a lot of opportunity in that, but fuck it. It's what he likes doing. Like, I'm going to support him until he realizes like, oh shit, like my son has no life outside of drumming. Right? Yeah, the girlfriend's just the nicest girl. Like, yeah, I live in New York City. I'm from Arizona. Like, nobody at this college likes me. And then Miles Teller's like, yeah, I don't like you either, bitch. I'm breaking up with you. Okay. You're preventing me from being a good drummer. And she's like, you don't even talk to me. And he's like, exactly. Fuck you. I was like, Jesus Christ. But yeah, J.K. Simmons was unbelievable in this movie, though. And he did win an Oscar. And he was unbelievable. He was scary as shit. Okay. You want to know something? So this brought back some memories for me. Because I was in band, right? At least in the school district I went to, you had to. Sixth grade at the very least, you had to be in band, choir, or orchestra. You had to choose one of them. A musical art of some sort. I think there was some loophole where you could do like a painting class or something. If memory serves me correctly, but no one did it. So it was orchestra, band, choir. And almost everyone did band, and almost everyone tried to do, all the guys tried to do percussion. All the guys wanted to play drums. And they never did. Like there's only like 2 of them or 3 of them that got picked. So, I had a weird, interesting relationship with my band instructor. Kind of weird. I go in there, he's just like immediate, like, you're not playing drums, but it looks like you have trumpet lips. That was always a little bit weird. I was like, what the fuck does that mean? Trumpet lips? Mind you, I'm 11 years old. So anyways, I become a trumpet player, and everyone wanted trumpet in middle school. Oh, well, I was in trumpet. I mean, we had like 20 people in our trumpet class, and it was a shit show, man. And I felt bad. Like, this is one of those things where there's some things where I look back on how me, my friends, or just people like in school growing up acted, and I'm like, you know what? Yeah, annoying, but that's just how kids act, whatever. The way that me, if I'm being honest, and my friends and just everyone else in our trumpet class acted, I feel bad about in hindsight. Like, it's one of those things where I do feel a little bit bad about it. And I'll always have respect for my band teacher because of it. But like, we would do little breathing exercises in our trumpet, right? You put the trumpet up to your mouth and you do like, not supposed to make any noises. And if you never played trumpet, like, that's how you get the trumpet to make a noise. You do that into the little mouthpiece, right? No. We would do it with just the mouthpiece, yeah. And you would do that like, it would sound like a duck call, right? Yeah, it's like a buzz sound. But we would also do it where you would hold up the trumpet and like do like a breathe through the song, and you'd like do it with your fingers. And we would fuck around and just like blare, like during the breathing exercises, like just blare out a fucking loud ass horn. Just like, and it was just like, and we would do that and just die laugh. And we would do it at concerts. Cause you'd go up on stage and do like your little breathing exercises, and your parents would be out in the crowd. And we would just, during the breathing exercises, it would sound like a duck hunt. Like ducks just getting shot from the sky. And I could just see like all the parents out in the crowd just like, Jesus fucking. Like the dads are on their phone. Did you see that? Bears got a first down. Yeah, they're in field goal range now. Just gave me some hilarious memories of band. Not that our band instructor was like J.K. Simmons at all, because nobody gave a fuck about it. Nobody in there cared. And nobody wanted to be first chair either. That was a thing. You did not want to be first chair. Like, you wanted to be eighth chair to the end, honestly. Nobody wanted to be good. Like, nobody wanted to be good. I felt bad. And then we had a kid who had a great... okay, so we had one kid... I don't know how the fuck this happened. We had one kid, we're doing like our little, you'd go one by one and it'd just be like, all right, play it. And then it'd be like, all right, you're fourth chair, whatever. This one kid comes up, he starts playing, and it sounds dreadful. And there was a couple of people who were awful. And some people were bad on purpose to be funny. And you would just try so hard not to laugh, right? You tried so hard not to laugh. It'd feel bad. Which be like, like, it sounded horrible. Everyone's just like, what the fuck? And the band teacher's like, okay, I'm just gonna make up a fake name. Okay, Johnny. All right, Johnny. That, like, stand up. Like, is something wrong with your trumpet? Is something like she's tuning it? She's like, something's not. Play it again. It's like, it's like, what the fuck? She's like, can you blow as hard as you can in your trumpet? This dude blows as hard as he can in his trumpet, and a grape shoots across the room. He had a grape stuck in his trumpet. Oh, Those were the days. Oh yeah, the little spit things. Dude had a great vintage trumpet. No one knows how. I mean, I don't know if anyone put it in there as a joke or what, or if it just got in there. All right, I'm just gonna say this, and I don't care because my boy who just chatted it was there. It was his little brother. All right, my friend who's chatting here played the fucking what's it called, the tuba. You had about two people, I think 2 or 3 people who got the tuba duties, and you didn't get to take the tuba home. You had to take the trumpets home. Did you have to buy a trumpet or did they give you one? I don't remember. I'm just imagining his ass walking around with a giant tuba. All right, peace out, Kelly Leonard guy. All right, so anyways, this was slightly as an unk. Jeez, I must be a grandpa then. Yeah, it must be. One guy in my orchestra dropped acid during a concert, staring into space the whole time. In middle school? All right, but anyways, this was a great movie. Seriously, the performances were unbelievable. That's crazy Miles Teller learned how to play drums for this. Damn. But anyways, yeah, I mean, Neiman just sucks by the end of this movie. Right? And that scene at the end, all spoilers on these. That scene at the end, the final little concert, when J.K. Simmons goes up, I knew it was you. Fuck you. You're like, oh, damn. And then he leaves and he doesn't give him the song sheet, so he's just embarrassing himself. And then Miles Teller leaves and the dad's hugging him, and you're just like, oh, just get out of there, bro. Just get out of there, man. Don't go back. Then when he turns around, the look on the dad's face, he knew he lost him. And then, if you guys didn't know, Damien Chazelle, I read an interview that after this movie, they said that Miles Teller character dies in his 30s in this universe. He overdoses on drugs in his 30s. Isn't that crazy? What other movies has Damien Chazelle done? Oh, La La Land, that's right. I've actually heard interesting things about Babylon. I've heard interesting things about this movie. Seems to be very mixed reviews, huh? Some people like swear by this movie. Some people say that Babylon's going to be like 20 years from now, people are going to look back at Babylon as if it's one of the best movies of this time. I have friends that think it's one of the best ever. I'll have to get to that. All right, and then the movie from last night, The Truman Show. What a good movie, man. What a really cool movie. I wasn't like, so I knew all the beats a little bit about Truman Show. Yeah, 4 is good for me though. I think 4 is solid. Like my 5s currently are like Goodfellas and Alien. Like those are all like impenetrable movies. Have you never watched it before? I had seen like pieces of it on TV. I'd seen pieces of it on TV over the years. This is the first time I just like sat down and watched it in full. Dude, when did this come out? 1998? Almost 20 years ago. Holy shit, this movie could come out today with the story. The story would be very relevant today. Very relevant. With the, like, you know, I mean, IRL streaming and 24/7 streaming has become such a big thing. And then just sort of the, you even have like our love of reality television. Same concept, but the guys know what's going on. Ed TV, I vaguely remember that. And just like parasocial relationships. I mean, this like predicted streaming damn near. I've seen Prisoners before. It's a really good movie. I think Donnie Darko's on my watch list. Could be wrong. 1998 was 27 years ago. Oh, yeah, that's right. Almost 30 years old. My bad. Almost 30 years old. And it just like, I mean, on the nose with like this 24/7 live stream shit, people watching, and all the people watching are just like, I mean, this movie is like way darker than I thought it would be. And just like creepier than I thought it would be. You know, like there's genuinely like unsettling ass creepy moments in this. Like when he's having, I mean, I wouldn't call it a like psychotic break because he's correct, but when he's having like the gang stalking shit, like that was creepy, honestly. I was like uncomfortable. Yeah. Jim Carrey was awesome. Now there's some like nitpicky ass stuff where it's just like, you're telling me this would actually, like, obviously it's crazy, but like, there's just no way something like this would be allowed. But in a universe where it is allowed, it is very interesting. And you just feel bad because, you know, it's not like Truman's just gonna walk out of the fucking, you know, studio and just like, all right, well, I'm gonna go be an insurance salesman, you know, just live my life normally in like the real world now. You know, like he's gonna go out there, everyone's gonna know who he is. They say billions of people watch this, so everyone's gonna know who he is across the world. Everyone's going to have seen every single thing that he's ever done, and you do have to ask the question: does he jack off? What about when he poops? So, like, you see all of that, and so his life will just never be normal. I honestly felt at the end, like, factoring all that in, just like, damn, would his life, you think, have just been better off if he was just like, you know what? Fuck it, I'll stay in here. I'll stay in here, but like, bring me back that girl that I liked, that you stole from me. Because the outside world's going to be brutal for him when you think about it. But at least he'll have some freedom. But he won't even have that much freedom. Because, again, it's not like he can just go up and just do shit. Because everyone's going to know who he is. Everyone will have seen every single second of his life. Just crazy. Really cool story, though. Really unique. I really did like it. Long-term PTSD. I can't see Truman finding a happy ending with the girl. He can't live a normal life. No. Because even that was built on a lie, right? Like, she was an extra in the show. So even that initial relationship was built on a complete and total lie. He has not have a single genuine relationship in his life, and he will never, ever have one. Kind of crazy to think, kind of sad to look at it that way. Every relationship he had inside of the thing was fake. Every relationship he'll have outside of the thing will be transactional and fake. Also, Sea Haven. Truman's going to have a fucking... When Truman steps out of New Haven or Sea Haven and is inside of like an American city, it's going to be a real brutal cultural shock. When he's like, what do you mean I can't walk to work? And then walk to the newspaper stand and then walk to like the bus stop that goes to Chicago and then walk to... It's like, no, Truman, you have to drive there. It's like, I usually just walk. It's like, no, they don't. That's not a thing, really. You have to drive. Sorry, I missed, but it's all good. Just rest break. Yeah. I'm just finishing. I'm committing myself to finishing the timeline video before I start streaming again. It'll probably just be a weekend break, if I'm being honest with you. That's how really famous people must feel. But like, this might be the most famous person in the world, right? I mean, Truman's probably, in this universe, Truman's probably the most famous person on the planet, correct? So another question I had after the fact, what happens? What happens when this is over? Like, what happens with his? What happens with Laura Linney's character? Or do they like get another gig? Or are they like on the next HBO show? Lewis, is he on an HBO show next? It's like, well, yeah, that was a great performance of mine. Lasted 30 years. What a Dame post. Rip City. Yang Hansen. I didn't know Caleb Love was on there. Pretty sick. What how often have we had a 0-0 and a 0? All right, so anyways, follow me on Letterboxd, guys. Follow me on Letterboxd. And then in the Discord, I'll send out each day what movie we're going to watch, and I'll tweet it out. Gambo and Stein are really going at it. I don't really care about this shit at all. Tice Halbert and Ben Math, 0 and 0-0. That's pretty good. Any plans for playback movie streams? I don't think that's a thing they allow there. And then, of course, you can join the Discord server. Gambo and Stein beef. That would be fun to do like a movie watch along stream. You do movie nights on Discord or Patreon, screen share it. Patreon allows that type of shit. Huh. All right, maybe. I'll think about it. Just saw a dumbass tweet. All right. Hopefully in a week. Hopefully I'll be done with that video soon, and then we'll be back live in a week. Max Christian X number 0 and 0-0. I'm so bad with numbers. I do not know what it is, dude. Numbers do not compute in my brain when it comes to jerseys. Like, they just don't. I don't remember them. I'm terrible with them. When we do like the Pirtle game and it's like numbers, I have no fucking clue. I don't know what it is. So terrible with them. All right, folks. Thank you all for tuning in. All of the OGs, you guys know that we very much could have spent your Thursday anywhere in the world. You decided to spend it here. New subscribers, I promise you guys do not regret it. Donations, members, you never have to do that. It helps you out tremendously. It makes me feel so good. You guys enjoy the rest of your day. I'll talk to you all soon. Again, not streaming again until I finish the timeline video, and I'll have that scheduled like a full 24 hours before it drops, and it'll be like a premiere. So you'll know when that's about to drop. And if there's something I want to talk about, I'll post a ramble video or something on my Clips channel. Okay, see you guys soon. If you're interested in the movie stuff, follow me on Letterboxd 1. And then 2, Twitter, Discord. I'll tweet out what we're about to watch. So yeah, we can all share our opinions like one big happy family. Okay. All right. Love you guys. You guys enjoy the rest of your day. I'll talk to you all later. Bye.